Hello team, welcome back. And today we will discuss about Docker images and their layers. So let's start with. So in real time, Docker images is basically a series of layers. And Docker used the union file system to create the layer and then combine them to create a single unit or to create a single image. Each layer have their own specific use and each layer is have a union file system which is independent from the other part of layer. So if we assume that a Docker image contains a 5 layers, like a 5 layer of union file system, then the base file system is a independent unit, right? It is an independent unit which don't have any dependency on the other parts. The layer 2 will have the dependency on the layer 1. And in the series, the layer 3 have the dependency on layer 2, layer 4 have the dependency on layer 3, and layer 5 has the dependency of layer 4. So these are union file systems. They have their own work. Plus, if layer is the base layer, if the layer is the base layer, then it don't have any dependency, but the upper level layer have the dependencies that lower level layer should be present to work or to run the Docker image, right? The union file system allows files and directories to separate file system known as branches. So basically union file system is something where we will club out a particular utility with the dependencies and we can execute them. If you want to get a layer of an image, then you can use old command docker history then the image name. This command will show you the different layers, the commands used in each layer and exact size of each layer in a Docker image. So we'll go to our terminal. In a terminal, first we list out all the Docker images present on my Docker Hub. So I will execute Docker images command and it will list out all the images. So over here we have different images. Suppose we want to get the layers of MySQL latest, right? So I will go over here and type docker history. After the docker history, I need to enter my image name and I will enter MySQL, hit enter. Then you can see I'm getting a pretty detailed output over here. So these are different layers which this particular image, MySQL image contain. So you can see this image, the base image is basically updated 12 days ago, right? But the latest was updated 3 days ago. So basically this is the base layer. So by this, we can see the most updated layer will be present at the top, right? And the least updated layer will be present at the base. This is the layer basically which was updated earlier, and this is some kind of add file which have 56 megabyte size. After then we have a command bash, then group add -r MySQL, user add something, and you can see there's a different layers for each command and each images and each file. So this is a separate union file system. This is a layer 2 which have their own file system. This is layer 3 which have own file system, layer 4 which have own file system, and so on. So right now, many of you may not be able to understand it, but once we will create our own image and we will build it, you will get it thoroughly, right? So team, by this way, you can find out the layers of an image. Suppose we want to find out the layer of nginx, then you can execute command docker history, enter nginx, hit enter. Then you can see the nginx command have the different layers, right? There is a file which is 55.3 MB. So basically the base layer is an Ubuntu system. This is the Ubuntu library. After then, in the next layer, it will go to the bash, then executing some commands, right? You can see. So this is the base layer. Then we have different layers, and we can see the layers present in the MySQL are different from the layers present in the Nginx. Now, if you want to find out a complete metadata of your image, then you can use the command docker inspect. After the docker inspect, you can enter your image name and hit enter. So basically it will show you the complete metadata of your image. It is showing the ID of your image, then the repo tag which is MySQL latest, then some repositories, parent, comment created at this particular time, and other information. Over here you can get the complete information of your image. The path is user local sbin, user local sbin, MySQL major version is 8.0 and MySQL version is 8.0.13 Debian based system, and you can get the other details as well. So if you want, you can go through the complete inspect command and you can find out a detail about your image. So that's all about the Docker image and their layers. In the coming lectures, we will see how we can create the layers and how we can build out a custom Docker image. So thank you, team. Thanks for your time.